I'm so sorry. I cannot dream. I cannot sleep at all.
We're gonna start.
Oh, we're starting. Oh, you didn't get mad at me.
No, I don't need to get mad every time.
You don't have to get mad anytime.
Sometimes. You were just doing a little bit of your Blink-182. Can I get one more round of your Blink-182?
No.
I feel like you do a good job at it.
I don't have it in me.
No, not at all.
No.
You seem like a corpse.
I can't. I didn't get any sleep last night.
Yeah, I didn't sleep well either.
I can't keep starting my week off like this, man.
What's the problem?
I'm dying over here. I'm dying. I didn't get any sleep last night. I'm not going to get any sleep tonight, and I still have to work a full day tomorrow.
Why are you not going to get any sleep tonight?
Because we're doing Raw Talks till fucking ass hours in the morning.
No, this is going to be, no joke, the shortest episode we've ever done, because Fallout 4 is going to be playable on my PS4 in
about a half hour.
32 minutes. So this show will be no longer than 32 minutes tonight, because I got to get the fuck out of here and travel to Wasteland.
There's not a lot to talk about either.
No, it was very wrestling heavy, very match heavy.
There was a tournament.
Yeah.
For the title, because Seth Rollins, rest in peace, his career's over. He'll never wrestle again.
All right,
I said that's enough. We don't have a lot of time. You did. It was cool for a second, and then you overdid it.
I overdid it.
It's okay though. I overdo things all the time.
Gina says, "Don't fucking cheat me, Ian."
How did you try to cheat her? I thought you said she's not going to be here.
Steve told me she and he would not be he.
Why does Steve dictate where Gina's going to be?
Because they train in the same place.
Yeah, but she told me she was going to be here.
Maybe Steve's got a longer drive home.
Oh, I don't give a shit what Steve has to say.
Oh, she says don't cheat her with 32 minutes.
Oh.
Gina, Fallout 4 only comes out one time.
Once a year.
And you're lucky we're doing a show at all, okay? Because Kal-El has to roam the wasteland.
Is that what you're going to call him?
Duh. No, I was going to name my character Clark. But, see, now I feel like, does Clark roam the wasteland? Maybe. Does Kal-El roam the wasteland? Duh. You know what I mean?
I don't think Kal-El would roam the wasteland.
This Kal-El does. This is not Superman.
Gotcha.
This is just, I'm stealing the name.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So what's this show called?
WWE Raw Talks Live.
WWE Raw Talks Live. What we do on this show is we sit down after Monday Night Raw. We review it match by match, promo by promo, segment by segment. We being myself, name of Ian, and the artist formerly known as Mike Charles. So we do this for you every week. We do this for us every week. I like to think all the Dan-Dans like to come together and talk about Monday Night Raw. But we can't talk about Monday Night Raw until everybody has what?
Some brown accessories for your hands.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Oh, dude.
So I think everybody has their brown gloves now.
We got the brown gloves.
You steer the fucking ship tonight.
Okay.
Tell me about what the A story was.
All right, well, the A story, no doubt, is the tournament, the 16 men in the tournament?
Real quick, before you get into this.
Yeah.
If they want to know how much I care more about Raw or Fallout than Raw Talks, look at the set.
I know, I didn't
even put the set together.
This is Bush
This is bare the fuck bones.
This is Bush League junk.
As you were.
So Seth Rollins has been stripped of the WWE title. They need to crown a new champion. So they have a 16-man tournament to decide who is moving on.
Yeah.
So we had the first round of that tournament. Although I don't think we even completed the full first round. Because I think Neville was supposed to face Barrett in that match.
They're doing it on SmackDown.
Okay, that's what I assume. But so the show starts with Triple H in the ring. He's got the title the belt sitting on the table.
Steve Schneider is in the building. What a glorious day indeed.
I'm glad that all of these people are here.
What is this?
Jazz hands.
Jazz Jamesenstein hands? James Jazzenstein hands?
But so Triple H is in the ring with the belt, and
I think we could do this for the whole show.
Yeah. I don't have good muscles. I don't have good endurance, so maybe not. But he's talking about Seth Rollins his career might be over. It's not over. I'm just joking. But he's going to be out for almost a year. And so he was like, we got to crown a new champion. We're going to have this tournament. But Roman Reigns was given a number one contendership. Let's bring him out here. Let's see what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
And Triple H basically offers him the Seth Rollins spot.
Mm-hmm.
Says, you can be our golden boy, and we'll put the belt on you, and we'll treat you like we treated Seth Rollins. And Roman Reigns says, no, I don't think so, dick boy. Get the hell out of here. And Triple H was like, well, thanks for reminding me why we didn't pick you in the first place. Your match starts now.
I like that Triple H dropped a dick boy.
No, Roman Reigns dropped a dick
Roman
boy.
Reigns dropped a dick boy.
He said to Triple H, get out of here, dick boy. I don't want your love.
How'd you feel about that? Look at the lighting. Look at the lighting in here. This is bush league.
Listen, our faces are all they need to see, and we're perfectly clear.
I feel like I look good in the dark. You're a little bit more lit than I am, but you look good no matter the lighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a good looker.
We're having video troubles.
Okay, so what do we do in this situation?
We just keep going because it looks like it fixed itself.
So, yeah, Roman Reigns dropped the dick boy.
Yeah.
Triple H is not a dick boy kind of man. Well, he is a dick boy in Roman Reigns' eyes, but he's not a dick boy dropper. If you know what I mean? If you catch my drift. So Roman Reigns, first
you're
match.
not even in the shot right now.
Yes, I am. You just closed the window.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
You just cut me off.
Sorry.
So Roman Reigns, the first match of the tournament is Roman Reigns versus Big Show. And of course, Roman Reigns goes over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have much to say about the matches in themselves.
Fuck Roman versus Big Show. It was all right. We've seen it 28 fucking times.
I don't want to watch the Big Show wrestle anymore.
We don't need to talk about Roman Reigns Big Show. Roman goes over. It was the same Roman Big Show match we've seen a million times.
Yeah.
But I think the A story tonight was the title of the fucking episode, the fact that Undertaker and Kane returned. Spoilers! But here's what happened. They're saying all throughout the fucking episode that Bray Wyatt is going to eulogize the Undertaker and Kane tonight.
Yeah.
So it's like 9:54, and I'm like, oh, Bray is closing the show. And you're like, maybe it'll be big. And I was like, I doubt it. Like Bob's Discount Furniture. So Bray goes out. That's a deep cut. That's not even our deep cut. That's someone else's deep cut. You know what I'm saying? So Bray goes out. You don't even listen to me.
Yes, I am. I doubt it. It's a deep cut from Podcast Beyond.
You weren't supposed to tell him where.
They don't know what that is anyways.
Alex Olson says, I didn't watch Raw, so this is a replacement for it. Well, this is the most truncated version of the show you'll ever see because I've got to play Fallout today.
It's all right. We're gonna do the good stuff.
We look really good in this lighting. Look at the two of us.
I look great. I feel indifferent about the way you look.
I think this lighting hits my cheekbones really well.
It could.
I think in the dark, your hair gets a fiery shade that we don't normally see from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we just talk about us for the rest of the night?
I don't know. I don't like to talk about myself.
That's everyone's favorite topic of conversation.
Not me.
So Bray comes out, and he says, The Undertaker and Kane have powers, but I took their powers, man. I rolled it up in a pizza puff, and I ate it for lunch. That's how last week he had the lightning, and he had the fire gimmicks and everything. So Undertaker's music hits, and then I'm like, this is a swerve, obviously. Bray's going to be like, you fools, whatever.
Right.
Undertaker and Kane come out, and I'm like, okay, well, this is a complete waste of this whole fucking angle unless Undertaker and Kane, strike intimidation into Bray, they get in the ring, and then Bray does, a stop.
Yeah.
And then they stop because they're under his control. They
Right.
can't help it. Bray controls them now.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what the fuck's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, what should I do? And you never gave me an answer. That's not what happened. I would have had to have done something, and you gave me no stipulations.
Well, I let you off the hook.
You fucked up, man. You could have told me to, get a tattoo of, Steve's face or something, and I would have fucking done it. That's how...
You'll probably get that anyways.
Oh, I definitely would. That'd be funny as fuck.
I'm saying you probably will eventually get that tattoo.
Sandy said earlier we should get, or she said she should get a new tattoo, and I said let's get New Day tattoos. I'll get a New Day tattoo any fucking day of the week.
I got a New Day shirt coming to my house any day now.
Everybody needs to put their horns up, send a little bit of unicorn magic over to the captain, Seth Rollins. You know what the best part about Seth Rollins is?
What's that?
His theme music.
Right, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Taker and Kane, Taker and Kane come out, and they just fuck up
They
the
just
Wyatt
beat him
family.
up.
So this whole thing it's over.
So
Bray never had any control over them.
he doesn't have any powers.
No.
There's nothing supernatural about him. We now know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Any cool things we thought about Bray Wyatt, he's gone. He's not cool anymore.
It's total waste. Complete fucking waste. And I don't know if they hot-shotted this to do it quickly because Seth is out and they felt like they needed something heavy for tonight. Maybe that's the case, but this is just,
I don't know. When
bullshit.
I felt like when they beat up Kane and took him out crucifix style,
Mhm.
I felt like they weren't going to do the, because originally we thought maybe Undertaker teams up with the Wyatts, and then when they did that to Kane, I was like, they're not going to have them all team up together. But then with like the I ate their souls thing, I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. Let's see where they go with it. And then they just went nowhere with it tonight.
Nigel Bravo texted me, and he said, do you think when Bray says he got their powers by eating their souls, he actually sucked their dicks? And I was like, no, I don't think so. I said, I think he put them in a blender and blended up their body parts and drank the juice and got the powers that way.
No.
Nigel Bravo then did a show with Jimmy Disbro called Smack Talks Live, where they literally wore printed out pictures of our faces on their faces.
It's pretty creepy.
Jimmy Disbro said he was the artist formerly known as Mike Charles. Nigel Bravo said he was Liam Burr, because they won't say my name because they bury me all the time. And they basically just ripped off our show and did like a much shittier version of it.
Not much shittier.
But that's the kind of shit you get on youtube.com/StokeCrow. I mean, I'm not trying to plug the guys, but that's where you can go watch that video. So that's that with that. The Undertaker Kane boys come out. They beat up a Wyatt boys. And
then they left, and Bray was dead, and he was like, "Oh, I don't have it. I'm not cool.
And
I
this
don't have
is
powers. There's nothing interesting about me anymore."
And this is going to continue
all the
for
mysterious shit.
Several more weeks now.
This is still
until Survivor Series.
Yeah, because this is still going to be the Survivor Series thing. Because what else is it going to be?
I have no fucking idea. I feel like this is a complete waste, though. So what's our C story tonight? Let's get the fuck through this so I can play Fallout 4.
Okay, well, I was going to talk about the tournament, and I was just going to go through the qualifying matches.
Yeah, but this is important. We had to talk about that.
No, I that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about then?
Talk about the tournament.
Because you wanted me to lead, and then you thought I was a failure. So
did you ever see that Cosby GIF where it's not a GIF as much as an image where he's just like,
yeah, that's like every photo of Bill Cosby. He's making that face.
Oh, yeah.
So after Reigns versus Big Show, we had
Marlon Mancia says, talk about Fallout 4. I would much rather talk about Fallout 4. But I'm going to talk more about Fallout 4 once I've played it.
Yeah.
Once I can create my character.
We got to play it.
Run through. Well, I'm going to get it at 11. I get it in 19 minutes.
Yeah, I got to work, so I'll be playing tomorrow at like 5 o'clock.
And then my Pip-Boy is going to show up. I'm selling the Pip-Boy for $200. I'll sell the game for about $40. So the art book probably get about $15 out of it. Profit about $150 off this special edition. But I did not buy it to be a scalper. I bought it because I wanted it. And then they said that the iPhone 6 Plus won't fit in the motherfucker, so they have forced my hand.
I'm going to play it with it on my wrist.
For about 15 minutes.
If that.
Here's a question. When you use the app on
Yeah.
your phone, does it pause the game?
I don't know. Or do you have to press circle to like pull it up and then you can use it on your phone?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like you're playing and then you just press circle, and then your character lifts his arm up and then you lift your arm up simultaneously.
We could probably have the answer to that question if we were keeping up with all of the info.
Well, I'll find out tomorrow.
Marlon Mancia, thanks for joining us tonight. It's always nice to see names of new Dan-Dans. Steve says that he's sorry he dropped Gina on her head tonight. Sorry he didn't do it sooner. And then Gina immediately says that Steve doesn't have experience with fat chicks. Steve says, I just don't have experience with chicks. D-Ray says that Roman Reigns, the same goes for Roman. His music is the best part. And we've got Steve, who tells me to check my Facebook message. He gave a very specific photo that he wants me to get tattooed on him. It's the one that I first used for Lefty, which the one where he's like, one of my favorite Steve photos ever.
That's a good one.
D-Ray says Cesaro had an awesome match, minus Sheamus and his lack of knowledge on how to take lucha moves. Let's talk about the tournament. Let's talk about Sheamus and Cesaro.
Like I said, I'm being honest. I don't really have much to say about the details of the wrestling matches themselves.
Well, it's because we're rushing through this week. Nigel Bravo is going to get on Smack Talks Live and say that we don't take notes and we don't actually watch the show.
Bring it, Nigel Bravo.
But well, you're on that show.
That's not me.
Are you sure? It looked just like you.
I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't know. It could be.
Okay.
But Cesaro won this match.
I didn't expect that.
Which I was totally cool with.
And he won with that pin that I fucking love. Where he doesn't even do a move to set it up. He just ties you in such a knot and gets the win because the opponent's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, they're like, what am I doing?
How do I get out of this bullshit? Watch this bullshit.
So he goes on to face Roman. He will inevitably lose to Roman. But I'd rather that than Sheamus. And get Sheamus the fuck out of this thing so I don't have to look at his face again. Do you agree?
I was a big fan of this match. I thought it was pretty good. Sheamus is a guy that I don't like to watch, but I will give credit where credit's due. He's very capable of having great matches. He had Sheamus and Big Show had some really good matches.
You've said that, and like that sounds like completely impossible.
They really did though. Like during like the Big Chair feud, that's what I call it, the Big Chair feud. They had some really good matches together. Go on the WWE Network and watch them.
I'll take your word for it. We had Owens versus Titus O'Neil.
Titus, I like Titus. His bad instincts were showing through in this one. Like he threw Kevin Owens over into that corner, which means he should have been in this corner so he can run all the way across the ring and then pancake him. He threw Owens into this corner and then just decided to walk over here. So he had to run into the middle of the fucking ring and then change directions and hit Owens over there. That stuck out to me as a weird thing. But I like Titus.
Titus is a good man.
Oh, I think Titus hurt himself.
Yeah, you were saying
he was holding his stomach. It looked like for real.
Could be.
Took a great pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah.
Goes down clean to Owens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Owens started this match with a great fucking promo about how change needs to happen in the WWE, and then people are cheering for Owens because the UK crowd is just like, oh, cheer the bad guys.
Right.
And he's like, and you all agree? Because you fans are the smartest fans out there, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case. You're probably the dumbest. It was awesome. Great promo by Kevin Owens. Great power bomb. He's a great winning pin boy.
I'm a fan of that Kevin Owens.
Me too. My dad texted me and said, Owens is an asshole.
Well, your dad thinks wrestling's real. So, we had Ziggler versus The Miz.
Bullshit.
Okay. Ziggler won.
Ziggler goes over. How? Super kick.
So, yeah.
Not even with his finisher.
Well, whatever.
I don't care. Fuck The Miz. How the fuck are you going to put Miz in this tournament and Titus and none of the New Day?
Well, they talked about that later. Ambrose versus Tyler Breeze.
Pretty good match. I really like this match.
Was this Tyler Breeze's first official match in the WWE / Raw? Because I feel like every time, maybe he's had I don't think he's wrestled on Raw yet, because I feel like every time he comes out, he's just sitting on the side with Summer while Dolph wrestles.
Summer was looking good tonight.
She was okay. I was all right with what's.
Can you give me a little bit of Tyler Breeze? Can you give me the fake? No. You can't do it now. You have to like do the way that they do the entrance.
How do you do that?
Just imagine we see your feet and then give me like a turn into it. Let's try it one more time. Give me one more. Try coming from the other side in. Maybe
what do you want from me?
I wanted to see your Tyler Breeze.
I showed it to you.
Do it from the other direction.
Do you not like the face?
No, it's not good.
Well, I don't know what to do.
I feel like if you come from this direction, there we go. Come from this direction, it'll look a little better. That was the worst one out of all three.
It's my beard. You can't see in my mouth.
No, it's the fact that your face is like. It's all right.
I don't know what he
that was better than any of the ones you tried.
See, I was trying to do some shit with my eyes.
See what he does like one people's eyebrow.
I can't do that.
And he like cocks his lip up to the side.
I can't do the people's eyebrow.
Give it a shot.
I can't do it. Like I cannot. I physically cannot do it. My eye hurt. I'm trying.
Yeah. Ambrose beats Tyler.
There was one part I really liked before the commercial where Ambrose landed a spot on him, and he got on the barricade and was like posing like Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny.
I didn't see that.
You were on your phone and like literally facing the opposite direction.
Was that really?
Like the TV was this way, and you were like on your phone.
Why was I this way?
I don't know.
I have friends, man. What am I supposed to ignore my friends?
I didn't say that.
I got people to talk to.
I'm just calling out what happened.
When we were watching the fights the other night, my dad's like, you spend a lot of time on your phone. I was like, I'm talking to my friends. What do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I mean?
Break it off.
With my friends?
Oh.
Why?
All of them. Got too many.
I was talking to the New Day.
Well, that's all right. So Ambrose wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a New Day match. Speaking of the New Day.
Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. I love the New Day. Throw up that unicorn magic one more time for the captain. One of these days, the captain is going to be on WWE Raw Talks Live.
Think so?
And yeah, he's definitely going to be on Raw Talks Live because we're going to be in the middle of talking. And all of a sudden, it's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? 3/4 of this show tonight has been me doing Seth Rollins' theme and playing with my shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Gina says that the Tyler Breeze face is just called duck face. Duck face is like when you pucker your lips out. Not like that.
That's duck face.
No.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's duck face.
No, that's not really. Duck
Yes.
face is like when it looks like they're like doing a kiss almost.
No, that's a kissy face. Duck face is when they're like.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna Google.
What
it.
You think this is duck face?
That's what most of them do.
That's a kissy. That's not duck face. Gina, tell him he's wrong.
I don't give a fuck what Gina thinks about duck face. I mean, I guess it's a little of both, to be honest.
No, those are two completely different things.
Well, some of these bitches look like they be doing kissy face.
See, look, like this one.
That bitch is a fucking idiot.
That's duck face. That's what duck face is. And dumb girls do that shit in photos because they think it
dumb
looks
guys
cute.
do it too.
I'm not, well. Well.
I found a fucking photo of Tyler Breeze doing duck face. I'm getting text for the #1 handsome boy. You know what I'm saying? Steve says that Tyler Breeze bites the inside of his cheeks.
Maybe.
Give that one a shot. Oh my goodness. One of Robinson's friends decided to take advantage of the green screen opportunity and has turned Robinson into a disappointed Mets businessman. These are amazing.
Oh, that's fucking great.
The most interesting man in the world.
That one's fucking really good.
See, this is all you have to do is you need to put these things out into the universe, and then they will come back to you. It's not The Secret. This ain't some Ryback bullshit. That one's not even like really even using the
Green
materials
screen.
that I put out there.
It's just his head.
Oh man, this is the greatest day of my
No
life.
one did anything with the photos you took of me. I was disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing what people would do.
I'm sure Gina's done it.
Well, I haven't seen it. I gave her full permission to. I actually encouraged it, but I haven't seen anything.
I'm getting more messages from the number one handsome boy.
I can't wait.
Oh man, game over, man. It's game over, man. It's game over. What a fucking like. Do I need to just put more green screen usable shit out there of the Dan-Dans for the other Dan-Dans to then do with as they please?
Yeah.
I feel like that's important. I feel like there needs to be more bullshit out there. You know what I'm saying?
I like bullshit.
I feel like I should get my hands tattooed.
It's up to you.
I feel like because I started that one already. But when you catch it at a weird angle, it looks like I'm just dirty. You know what I mean? If I was totally covered on both hands, it would make a little more sense.
Yeah, I guess.
What haven't we talked about?
The New Day.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. What about them?
They came out and they were very upset that they were not included in the tournament.
Let's do our New Day impression. You got 16 guys in this tournament, and we ain't in it? Ridiculous.
That was the best. That was the best part of Raw.
It was the best part of Raw.
Raw.
New Day always has the best part of Raw, but this was even better because this was like the New Day plus Tim and Eric. This is like when Zach Galifianakis in Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie was like, it was the same thing. Oh man. What match did they do?
Usos versus Neville.
Fuck the Busos.
All right, fuck them. New Day's won though.
New Days?
New Days.
Neville did the fucking red arrow to the outside.
He did it to the outside.
It's pretty dope.
But there was like 6 people there to catch him, but that's all right.
He almost hit his head on the
I
fucking
wanted
apron,
to be
though.
safe. And it was Xavier, I think, who pinned Neville because he was getting ready to do the red arrow, and Big E like pulled him off, and so he fell down and hurt himself.
That's always a scary bump to watch someone take. I can't imagine what it's like to take it. The one where someone grabs your foot when you're on the top rope, and what they do is they just like let the top of their foot catch the rope and just hope that they get flipped through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he kind of rolled with it, so he took it mostly on the back of his shoulders. But it can get fucked up before. I think Candice Michelle did that. She fell off the top rope and knocked herself the fuck out cold in the middle of the ring. She was like stiff. It was fucking
I
scary.
don't like that.
Stiffer than never mind.
I don't like it. We had a couple Divas matches too.
Divas matches. Paige versus Becky.
Yeah,
Prettiest match of the night.
without a doubt.
I think I decided tonight that Paige is the hottest diva there's ever been.
I mean,
In my opinion. I'm not saying overall in the world everyone should feel this way. This is my opinion.
right. I have a hard time arguing that.
But you're a Becky boy.
I like Becky. But I never said I like Becky more than Paige.
Well, you did. At one point, you were like, I've seen Paige. Now Becky I could get into. Those were your exact words.
But that was like in that moment.
All right.
It wasn't like overall all time. It was just like I've fantasized about Paige and like a lot. I wanted to like, you know.
I think I'll take Paige out on a date and you take Becky out on a date. What are you and Becky gonna go do?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
I'm gonna take Paige to the beach, and I'm gonna give both of us metal detectors. But the day before, I'm gonna go to the beach and bury like 200 spoons, like brand new spoons. So she keeps like, oh, I found something, and she digs it up. She's like, it's a spoon. But then like 300 spoons later, she was like, what is going on this beach? And then as I drop her off, I'm like, I buried all those spoons just to fuck with you. And she'd be like, you're funny. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good move.
I just came up with that right now.
That's pretty good. I wouldn't come up with anything that good. So
I could give you an idea.
all right, give me one.
Okay. You're going to take Becky out on a date.
Okay.
You're going to take her to the auto show.
All right.
And you are you're gonna like kneel down by the wheel of one of the nice like Corvettes or Camaros and be like, take a picture of me here, and then I'll take one of you. And then when you kneel down by the wheel, you pick up a spoon from underneath the car, and every car you go to, you find another spoon. And she's like, what's with all these spoons? And you're like, I put those spoons there the day before to fuck with you. But Becky doesn't think that's funny.
Why? What is your thing with the spoons? What's your obsession with the spoons?
What do you mean? It's just a spoon, man. Spoon man!
Come together in unison. Save me. I mean, like the beach made a little bit more sense, but like spoons at an auto show.
Well, I'm not going to give you my best ideas. Steve says Ian didn't just come up with that. I did that whole thing already. Full of shit. Steve, you're full of shit.
I believe Ian. I think Steve's a fucking liar.
D-Ray says, why did she sound Asian? Because I was half-assing the accent. At the end, she didn't have any accent.
Yeah. She had so much spoons, she lost her accent.
Becky and Paige had a pretty good match, I felt.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it.
It was good.
At one point, Paige did like the Fisherman Buster DDT thing really close to the rope, and Becky got her hand on the rope for the rope break.
Right.
And I thought either that was just bad ring awareness and they didn't know where they were, and Becky was just like, I'm going to look like a fucking idiot if I don't break this.
Yeah, maybe. Well, but
because no one's ever kicked out of that move.
But Becky won. So that had to have been planned that she was.
I don't remember things.
Get on that. So
Steve told me I can't remember things because I have untreated concussions.
That's probably true. See, Steve's right about that, I think.
Steve goes, you're right. I just lied for attention. We recorded a really good podcast on Friday.
Yep.
With Eric Damagala.
Damagala. I always forget how to say his last
name. Say it again.
Damagala.
Say it 10 times real fast.
Damagala.
That's 3. 7 more.
I don't know.
Try it.
Damagala.
I'm surprised he didn't show up in the reflection. Like, hey, what are you doing? Because that's how he would sound. Gina says, you know it's a good date? Leaving your date while you wait at Pizza Hut for 4 hours. See, now Gina texted me the other day and said you stood her up.
We were at the wrong Pizza Hut because I was waiting at another one for just as long.
You know what's funny?
What?
This is real life. This is shoot. I don't think the Danans know this.
What?
Karma got you pretty bad this weekend. As far as standing people up.
not even.
I'm just trying to paint you as a sympathetic character.
I know.
You're not having it?
It's happened before.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll happen again. So
the 616 Entertainment Monopoly World Champion Michael Thomas Robinson is in the room, and he says the artist would never do that to you, Gina.
Yeah, he's right.
Steve Schneider says, I'm from Hollywood. What was the other Divas match? Layla versus
Natty
Michelle
versus
McCool.
Naomi.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they had that match.
Because they haven't used them in a while.
Oh.
Natty wasn't wearing any underoos.
Right, because she wore those tights that, like, the sides.
You could see through them.
Yep. It was all right.
Who'd she face?
Naomi.
Who won?
I don't know. Natty, didn't she?
Yeah, well, she fucked her knee up, too. You could tell. She was moving really weird. So I think Natty and...
Yeah, Natty.
What's his name? Titus? I almost called him Atreyu.
Her husband?
Atreyu! No. Titus
Oh,
O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil.
He hurt
he got
his
hurt.
belly.
Yeah, and she hurt her leg.
I didn't really watch Raw tonight, man. I just been thinking about Fallout, like which it was playable for me 2 minutes ago. So it's about time we get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we talked about, we'll hang out with the Dan Ants for 5 more minutes.
We covered everything.
Dan Ants will hang out for 5 more minutes. Put some shit in the chat you want us to talk about, wrestling related or otherwise. And it's time for me to go explore the wastelands. You know what I'm saying? The artist formerly known as Mike Charles. I feel like as I get the outro clip ready and they fill up the chat, maybe you could serenade them with a quick song.
What should I sing?
I think you should sing something by Pearl Jam.
River flow like the road I call Fallon. Oh, you don't know. So he chases them away. Life ahead.
What about Black? About Butterman?
She dreams in color, she dreams in hair. Care fine of Butterman.
What about Daughter? Don't call me daughter, body's no. La simba desta bodawe.
Jeremy spoken clairs today. Jeremy
No, we need more. What about Alive?
Oh, I'm still alive. Yeah. Oh, I'm still alive. Yeah.
Give me some more. What a great Pearl Jam rock out session we're having.
On the ceiling of the Porsche glitter fair landfill, I want to leave bed again.
Give me another one. Let's just do the whole catalog.
I don't know all of them. What's that one cover they did? Oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She gone to heaven, so I got to be good. So I can see my baby when I leave this world.
That's where you come back in. That's the end of the fucking song. D-Ray says, let's talk about the internal combustion engine, which was neither internal nor combustion. Discuss. See, now, the biggest problem that I had with this engine was I was following the creation of this engine, and I was really hoping that it was going to be internal and combustion. And then it came out and it was neither internal nor combustion, which really kind of pissed me off because I equate it to when I was really excited for Dragon Age Inquisition. I was really excited for a high fantasy RPG, a lone wolf adventure. And then Dragon Age comes out and I get that shit and I start playing it, and it's not a lone wolf adventure. It's a squad-based co-op adventure. Still high fantasy, still dragons, still magic, still elves, swords, all this bullshit. But I don't want to deal with all these other motherfuckers. Just let me go out and do what I do. So I played Dragon Age Inquisition for a couple hours. I wasn't feeling it. I started over as a rogue this time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll be a little quieter, change the gameplay up. You know what I'm saying? So I start playing it, and I'm like, this is what I was missing. But then I get a couple hours in, I get back to the story. It's the same old bullshit. This is not what I'm looking for. A couple months go by. The Witcher 3 comes out. It's exactly what I was looking for. Dragon Age Inquisition to me is the same as the internal combustion engine.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah. Same as fuck.
Me. True. Gina says, if there's a move you'd want to see divas use in general more, what would it be?
Tombstone pile driver.
It's kind of gimmick infringement. It can't be like the Legends finisher.
A pile driver of any sort.
You just collapse there mentally. Steve says, Batista bomb, Gina.
Yeah.
D-Ray says, old lady sitting on a porch.
Okay.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. I'm so fucking lost.
Michael Thomas Robinson says, the pleasure was mine. You are a true Dan clearly.
I think he was talking to Steve.
I know. I'm just quoting him. D-Ray says, how about Rhode Island? It's neither a road nor is it an island. Discuss. I covered the last one. I feel like you can take D-Ray's topic this time.
See, what happened was, thousands of years ago, it was an island, and it had roads on it. So it had the most roads on any island in the world. But so that's how it got its name. But then because of the tectonic plate shifting and stuff, it was an island, but it was very close to the continental U.S. It was but so then when the plates shifted, over time it got closer and closer and like just jammed up against the continent, and so now it's just part of the continent. It's no longer an island, but you're not going to change your name.
So what you're saying is it got jammed up and now it's incontinent.
No, I'm not talking about
feces. That's a good poo joke.
I get it.
That was really clever.
It was all right.
Y'all must have forgot about my pun game. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when you say a pun and like it doesn't get over, and then you just talk about how good it was, it doesn't really help your
All I'm saying,
your cause, your argument.
You just don't understand high comedy.
Oh, I get.
It's like trying to show a fool Monty Python.
I get
and
comedy.
They're like, this is not funny.
That sir was not comedy.
You understand nothing. Where can they follow you on Twitter?
At the artist 616.
Where can they follow me on Twitter?
At IDS 616.
What podcast can they listen to us on?
616 Entertainment Podcast.
Where can they hear it?
On 616 Entertainment, the YouTube channel, or the iTunes/SoundCloud. It's all under 616 Entertainment.
What other podcasts can they listen to us on?
Brett Wells.
Working Title Deluxe. SoundCloud.com/working-title-deluxe or Dayton, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it's
called. If you want to hear us actually talk about wrestling, turn that on. The artist comes in for like the last 10 minutes.
I'm really not on the podcast. I'm on like for five minutes.
You come in for the last 5 or 10 minutes. I thought we were going to have a lot of things on the docket to talk about. Wells wanted to talk specifically about wrestling, so we fucking did. And I think we covered a lot of things. I pitched a lot of ideas on that show about how the Wyatts, Undertaker, Kane could have been handled, all of them which are better than what we actually got. So if you want to go live through me, you can do it on Working-Title-Dayton podcast, SoundCloud. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Top 5 underappreciated murderers with Sal Melendez is out now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I think it's one of the best. It's a really good one.
Eric Domagala is going to be on the podcast on Wednesday.
It's a good one.
It's a really good one. Except for that one story that we had to cut out.
Well,
but we can't talk about it. I told you, I don't like when your elbows are up in my face like that.
Deal with it.
It's a violation of my personal zone. Danny, we love you. We're going to see you next week. When Fallout's not out, we can talk a little more about wrestling, but Fallout takes precedent. We love you, Dan Dans.
Well, a very, very heavy rotation tonight. We had a very Darrison, but let's go ahead, Terrace Chase, and let's put it, had the